Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to do Finn's 6-month update. He's 6 months this week. I can't believe how fast time's gone. It is insane. And I look at little 5-week-old babies now at baby group and think like, oh, I'm a little bit broody. Which is absolutely mental because I can vividly remember labour still, so that isn't happening anytime soon. So to start off with, the thing that everyone wants to know about, which is routine. So our routine hasn't really changed from the last couple of months really. He wakes up typically between 5 and 6 for a feed. We will feed him and then he's in his own bed now, so that is a development since last time. We put him into his bed about 5 months, I think. So we pop him back in his bed after I've fed him between 5 and 6 and he sleeps till about 7 if we're lucky. Sometimes he gets an extra half an hour and sleeps till 6:30, sometimes it's 7. But he will go back down to his own bed, he's quite good like that. And we will get up for the day. We usually then give him some breakfast. So in the last couple of weeks we've started weaning, which is a topic that I'm definitely going to discuss on here. We've decided to go for baby led because we waited until 6 months until he was sort of digestively ready for it. And it's been interesting. He's a bit like his mother, he likes carbohydrates, so I keep making things on toast and all he does is pick off the thing and eat the toast. So, so far scrambled eggs on toast, avocado on toast, beans on toast, all that sort of stuff has gone to one side and just eaten the toast, which is very amusing. I've done pita breads with hummus, I've done pita breads with cheese, little things like that. He's just having a little gnaw at, but to be honest, it's only been about a week and a half. And towards the end of that week, he had really bad diarrhea. Actually, you're probably looking at me on the worst week of my parenting career so far. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. So he's had terrible diarrhea for the last 3 days, which at first I put down to teething, because he is teething. He's not got any teeth yet, but I don't know whether it's because we've started weaning him. Anyway, between 7 and 8 we'll give him his breakfast, and then he will usually go down for a nap, about a half an hour nap, about 9 o'clock, which is very handy because it means that I can get ready. And then we will go out for the day. Typically we go to CrossFit or we go to Mumfit out 11, half 11, and go down for a nap between 12 and 1 for about an hour. Again, very handy because of lunchtime, and that means that I can actually eat something that's warm. And then he will wake up and have a nice play, and sometimes he will have a nap at about 4 for about half an hour, but not always. And in between those times, he'll probably have 2 more bottles. So I think he's on about 5 to 6 bottles a day. And then we will get him ready for bed. We're not bathing him every night. We're not bathing him every night because he's been having quite bad eczema, and the doctor advised us that it was better to just bath him like once a week, which I thought sounded gross, but actually it isn't that bad. So we will get him ready for bed, take him upstairs, have a little play with him on his floor, read him a story, put him in his sleep suit or his vest, depending on how hot it is, and he will go down for bed about 7 o'clock. The great thing about him is that we can put him in bed and he will put himself to sleep most of the time. He does love Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on YouTube, and there is a 30-minute edition of that. Top tip, guys. If we get a bit stuck, we just like throw the phone in like a hand grenade, and he'll listen to that and then go to sleep. But most of the time he will put himself to sleep. And he is now in his cot without the sleepy head. Woo! I have done a whole video on that, which I'll link down below, taking the sleepy head away, because that was a bit of a traumatic week as well. It's been a tough couple of weeks, guys. But yes, he will sleep in his cot, which is fab. Sometimes in the day he'll nap in his pram or he'll nap in his mat. He doesn't always nap in his cot. When I was doing the transition, I tried to make him nap in his cot, but he doesn't always do that now. So yes, that is typically our day. And then he will sleep from 7 o'clock till again about 5, between 5 and 6 in the next morning, which is just magical. And the other night he slept from 7 till 7, which I thought was like, that was it. That was going to be it. He was going to sleep through. But then the next night he woke up at 5, which is fine. I can't complain. He's been like that since about day 4 with a couple of little regression-y hiccups around 4 months. So yeah, not complaining. Weaning's going okay. I tried with vegetables first. So I tried with broccoli, sweet potato, apple, and he would just mush them around in his fingers, but he wouldn't actually put them in his mouth. The only thing that he's put in his mouth so far is toast, like I said. So yeah, not great. I need to read more books. I need to go in a workshop. I don't feel like there's a lot of support really with the whole weaning stage, and I do think it's quite important. I happened to take him to the health visitor on Thursday to get him weighed. He's 18 pounds, which puts him again on the 50 percentile. He's been in the 50 percentile the whole time. Mr. Average for head, for height, for weight, for everything. So, and the health visitor said, oh, he's 6 months next week, so next week you can just have tap water. And I was like, where are you meant to find that information? I didn't know that. Like, where's the support? Like, feeding your baby real food is a really important stage, and I don't feel like we've got a hell of a lot of support. You just sort of read in the books when you're supposed to do it and gauge for yourself, but it is a minefield, and you could really harm them if you fed them the wrong thing, because they're not allowed honey and little things like that, and there's a lot of conflicts in information. Do you sterilise the stuff they eat from? Do you not? So it is a bit of a minefield, and I think that is something that is a bit lacking in support. So if you can go to a weaning workshop, I do think that's a really good thing to do. I haven't found one in my local area yet, but when I do, I will definitely link it for you, for those of you who live around Manchester, because yeah, lack of support on weaning, very important. We typically feed him in his high chair. He tries to sit with us when we have breakfast and when we have dinner at night, which is a habit that I'm really keen to sort of get into. We're actually going to build a kitchen table in our kitchen because we've not finished that yet, because we sat down for dinner every night as a family, and I think it's a really important thing to do. Definitely spending more time on his tummy these days. He used to hate tummy time, and now he organically rolls over onto his tummy and plays for quite a while. He's not loving the mat anymore, so toy-wise and sort of amusement-wise, I bought these foam tiles from Argos. I think they were 2 for £15 and you got 8 tiles. And he likes playing on that with his toys. He doesn't like playing on his little soft mat that he would stay on for hours before, with the overhead bars that sort of have toys dangling from them. He doesn't like that anymore. He will scream bloody murder. He will tolerate his bouncer for a short period of time in the morning, but typically not in an afternoon. And the bumbo he will play with for a little while, and then he gets a bit frustrated. So that has been the biggest challenge over the last couple of weeks, is that he doesn't want to be left, but similarly he's not always happy just being sat on my knee like this. He kind of wants to be entertained all the time, and that is tricky. Sitting wise, I mean, he's not really on a solid surface right now, but he's pretty good at sitting with me sat behind him. He will then topple over. So he's not sitting yet, but I can see that he's getting there. His core strength is definitely improving. He can roll, and he's been able to roll since about 3.5 months, and he'll roll onto his tummy, onto his back. He'll do a full roll, which means that we can't leave him on the sofa, which men don't really tend to grasp, do they? Like, sometimes I'll come downstairs and Paul will left him on the sofa. I'm like, he can roll now. Yeah, I just don't think they have the same level of fear we do. He is definitely interacting more. He's really smiley, and he laughs and he giggles. When Paul gets out of the car at night, we stand at the window, and as soon as he sees him, he breaks into this beaming smile, and it's the cutest thing in the world. He's constantly eating his own feet. Like, he loves his own feet and anything else. He wants to put everything in his mouth all the time, and he can sort of shuffle. So what I'll find is, if I leave him on the mat and his bottle or his dummy or whatever is slightly off on the floor, he will like shuffle over to it and get it. So I have to watch what he's doing, really, because if I leave them on the hardwood floor, he can sort of headbutt it. So I have to put the foam tiles down and make sure that he's safe, and if he's going to do anything kamikaze, that he's not going to hurt himself. So yeah, other toy wise, we have finally grasped the idea of Sophie La Giraffe. Now, with Sophie being my namesake and all, I was very keen for this to happen, so I bought this, which was 15 quid, which is ridiculous. And I also bought the teething ring, and he had no idea what to do with it, but now he kind of does. There's someone outside, that's why he's looking over there. There's a dog, he likes dogs. They are amongst several things that he likes. He also likes men. So if we're in a shopping centre, he will gurgle at men, and men just don't pay any attention to him. And sequins. He is definitely a proper little character now. He's just going into 6 to 9 month clothes, which is so sad, because I feel like that's probably big baby clothes, and soon I'm going to have to not shop at the baby section. It's going to be so sad. Postpartum with me, I am 8 stone 3 in weight. I was 8 stone 2 before I had Finn, so it kind of looks to me like I'm never going to lose that last pound, because I've been working out 5 days a week since he was about 4 weeks old. I am doing CrossFit. I'm starting to run with the pram, which is an amazing new ace thing. I don't have a running pram. Lady at Mum Fit, Jen, that I know, she always used to run to Mum Fit, and then one day I said to her, is that a special running pram? Have you got a jogging pram? Because I haven't got one of those, I've just got a normal pram, it's the Jules Day 2. And she was like, no, it's just a normal pram. You can run with it, it's fine as long as you like securely harness them in and make sure the head's supported and everything. And he's got amazing head control, as you can see. So that's what we did, we just started running. He loves it. He will like gurgle and laugh and he thinks it's hilarious, and we make it into a bit of a game. So yesterday I ran to Hale and back, which is about 6 kilometres, and it's just the best thing ever because I can just incorporate exercise with him. Although I can take him to CrossFit and I do take him to Mum Fit as well. What the challenge will be is that in 2 weeks' time we are going on our first family holiday to Cyprus, which involves a 4.5-hour flight. Tricky, very tricky. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I have started to pack already. What I'm most nervous about is that Europe is experiencing like a crazy heat wave right now. I think it was 52 degrees in Portugal at one stage this week. So just keeping him cool and out of the sun and not in the heat. I'm not even like burning, because I think it's just going to be the sheer heat is going to be the problem. And I'm a little bit nervous. But we are going with my mum and dad and my little brother and Paul. So we've got lots of support there. We've got our own villa and our own pool, so we can completely control the environment. We're taking our pram, everything, our little mini swimming pool in our tent, which he's played in loads this summer. It's been absolutely fab. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be okay. But I'm definitely going to do a lot more videos around packing with him, taking him on a plane, hacks and tips, things that you actually need once we come back and I discover what those things are. So yeah, thank you for watching. If there's any questions that you'd like to know about 6-month-old babies, I don't really know anything about other 6-month-old babies, but I know about him. So leave them down below and I will answer them the best I can. And we will see you next week.